A walk in the rain with style. An umbrella designed by British fashion label Alexander McQueen. One unusual feature is the handle. It was made with a 3D printer. It was produced by Christiana Vučeva and Christian Hartung from the Berlin design studio VOJD.
I think it's quite decent, considering that it's 3D printed. You don't notice that it's 3D printed. In terms of quality, it's comparable to a traditionally manufactured product, and that's really what we aim for.
It's part of the new Alexander McQueen winter collection. The British label has always been provocative and now has something of a cult following. The designer umbrella sells for €450. Making a handle for the umbrella was just one of many jobs that VOJD has carried out for the fashion industry. In recent years, the Bulgarian-German design duo have made quite a name for themselves with their 3D printed designs.
So they approached us with this idea of an umbrella handle, which they couldn't currently realize with their other manufacturing technologies, and which we ended up manufacturing with 3D printing and 3D scanning.
The imprint of a hand served as a template for the handle. Traditional manufacturing would have required an expensive mold, but Christiana Vučeva is working with a 3D computer model. Hundreds of tiny details had to be set before the handle could go into volume production in silver-plated brass.
I mean, it's not easy. It's most things that we do are not done yet, or the process just needs to be developed because it's a new technology which is constantly changing, constantly improving. New features are being introduced all the time.
VOJD began testing ways to make designer jewelry using 3D printing in 2014. In the process, they've worked with various designers. The British House of Flora label is one of them.
You can achieve shapes and forms and really complex structures that are pretty much unachievable or extremely difficult with traditional manufacturing technologies, like all these geometric shapes and interlinked elements. They pretty much exist thanks to the 3D printing technology.
This brooch by US Carolina Herrera brand is one example. It was produced using this printer and selective laser sintering. Fine layers of powder are first placed one over the other. A laser then melts the powder at the right places to produce the desired form in polyamide 12 plastic. The printing process takes several hours. The brooch then has to be removed from the rest of the powder and cleaned up. The designers are constantly testing new materials for use in their products.
We have the ambition to advance the material spectrum and are working on this permanently. A couple of things that you can look at as transparent materials, multicolor materials, or even multi-material objects, meaning that you have multiple materials in one object integrated.
Since the accessories are all produced individually, they are often used as style elements in fashion shows. Last year, VOJD produced an oversized belt buckle for Belgian label A.F. van der Vorst. The same year, they also printed rings that can be adapted to suit individual outfits in a collection for the Swiss label Acris. The Berlin designers say it's the future prospects of this technology that make it really exciting.
I mean, for me personally, it's definitely that we are at the beginning of this technology and that it's going to impact all of our lives substantially in the future. And we are kind of at the forefront of what is happening and what is going to be happening in many other industries in the future.
The stylish Alexander McQueen umbrella from a 3D printer. Cutting-edge technology for a classic accessory.